Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Today I have an important topic for you, that is tenses, identification, and use of tenses. First of all, we shall try to understand this class is important for 8th, ninth, 10th, up to 12th, and onwards, and it will be equally beneficial for candidates pursuing JKSSB. First of all, let's try to understand what is tense. Tense simply means a relationship between time and action. Here I have written tense identification chart for you. This is the first requirement so that you can identify different forms of tense. First, we shall have a look on it. Look at it. Tense forms: horizontal arrangement, and this is vertical arrangement. Forms shown by the arrow mark. This is tense: present, past, and future. Only three tenses: present, past, and future. These are the forms of tenses: simple form or indefinite form. Second, progressive form or continuous form. Third, simple perfect form. Fourth, perfect progressive or perfect progressive or perfect continuous form. Four forms and three tenses. 4 into 3 is equal to 12. So in all we have 12 forms of tenses, and the main element is the verb. Verb is the main element. I have underlined these verb forms. Am doing, have done, have been doing, was doing, had done, had been doing. Likewise, shall be doing, shall have done, shall have been doing. The first word, that is I, and the last one, that is object, it. This first word is a subject and this is object word. Now, your question should be why I have chosen verb do here. Why not write, sing, go, come, tell, or any other verb? Because do is generally called as mother of all verbs, its parent verb. It can be substituted by any verb, any regular or irregular verb, any action verb. For example, I say I write a letter. It means that I do it. I am writing a letter. I am doing it. I wrote a letter. I did it. I shall write a letter means I shall do it. Now you see, here it is do in present simple tense. Here it is did in past simple tense. Second form of verb. Here it is shall do. The only word that changes its breath is the verb. That's why it's called action word. I and it, subject and object, they are static. In respect of forms, we see Here it is do in present simple, in present continuous, or in present progressive. It is am doing. In case of perfect, it is have done. In case of perfect progressive tense, it is have been doing. So now you amply understood it that it is the only verb that keeps changing in different forms. Now coming to the conjugation of verbs, that is very much essential while we attempt tense exercises. A student must have a prior knowledge of conjugation table, forms of tenses. Like nouns, tenses do have numbers, singular number and plural number. In case of nouns, we make it by adding s, es or ies to the singular noun to make it plural. But here, in case of verbs, it is altogether a reverse process. Reverse in the sense that verbs are generally turned into singular by adding s, like this verb, write, writes, or sometimes by adding es, go, plural verb, goes, singular verb. Add, adds, learn, learn, learns. This thing you should remember. This is also verb first form, but it is plural verb first form. This is singular verb first form. Singular verbs are made by adding s, es, or sometimes ies. For example, verbs like fly, fly, ending in y, are made into plural by adding ies and by dropping y. Fly, fly, singular. Flies, flies, singular. Fly, fly, plural. In the same way, this is present participle. It is made by adding ing form to the plural verb, not to the singular verb. Writing. But here we do one thing, we drop the last e. Writing. Going. Adding. Learning. Just add ing to plural verb first form to turn it into present participle, because we need this present participle forms while we are making continuous tenses or progressive tenses. And this verb past participle form, verb third form, this we need in case of perfect tenses, present perfect or past perfect. And this verb form we need in past simple. And this one, singular verb first form or plural verb first form in present simple. Now coming to the tenses, between relationship between time and action. Here I write down a sentence. I dash a video. Daily. The same sentence, I dash a video. I dash a video yesterday. The very first sentence, I dash a video daily. No time reference is given here. That could suggest which tense form I should use. This is the verb form, make. Here it is also make. In this sentence, here is also make. We have to supply the correct form of make. In the first sentence, there is word daily. In the second sentence, I dash a video. No word indicating which tense form we should use. In the third sentence, I dash a video yesterday. Here is a word that indicates something, which correct tense form we should use. By this, we come to know that there are different tense indicators. Tense is easy to use, but we have to take care of conditions. This is the first condition. You have to carefully mark the adverbials of time. These are called time adverbials. They tell us which is the correct form of tense, which is the correct form of verb we should use in the blank. First sentence is I dash a video daily. Daily word like daily, regularly, every day, normally, often, never. These time adverbials suggest us, they indicate us that it should be in simple form. So we write here verb make like this. But sometimes these subject words, they do influence the structure of a verb form. How? Let's take another example. He dash a video daily. Same sentence, same verb to be used. He dash a video daily. Here, we have changed the subject word, that is third person. When third person subject is there, and you have to use verb in the first form, in the simple form, suggested by this time adverbial daily, every day, often, nearly, rarely, generally, normally, you should use simple form means first form. Now the question is, this is also first form of verb. Plural verb first form. This is singular verb first form. Both are first forms. Now which form we should use? This or this? We have to make a difference depending upon the type of subject. Here, when the subject is third person, he, she, or it, or any other singular noun, the boy, the girl makes. M-A-K-E, just adding S. We have to add S, makes. We have not changed the tense form. We have not made it past. This is also present. This is also present. This is plural verb first form. This is singular verb first form. Both forms, singular verb first form and plural verb first form, both are first form of verbs, means simple form, present simple or verb first form. Now coming to next example. I dash a video, make is verb, but no time adverbial is given. It means that here you are at liberty to use the verb according to your wish. You can make it simple, like I make a video, correct grammatically. You can make it into continuous or progressive form. I am making it. I am making a video. Rather, I am making a video. You can also write perfect tense here. I have written. Now, I have made. Here it is a made sentence. Verb made. I have made a video. Or you can write in past tense also. I was making a video. Or simply, I made a video. This is correct. Because time adverbial is not given. Because the indicator is absent. So tense indicator is absent here. That is why you are at liberty to choose which form you choose. That is right. That is correct. Now coming to this sentence. I did a video yesterday. The same sentence, just the difference of time adverbial. Here the time adverbial indicates past situation. Yesterday. The verb automatically changes into past simple. When the given time adverbial indicates past, you have to use past simple only. It means you can write made, second form of verb make. Only those students can write this correct form who are well acquainted with the verbs, who are conversant with the verbs. So conjugation of verbs is a must for you. I made a video. So here, this time adverbial guided us, suggested us, indicated the actual placement of the verb, correct form of verb. That's why we here used made. I can write the same sentence like this. I dash already. Verb is make. I dash already make. Here the word already, this is also time adverbial. It refers to the actions that are just finished, means those actions which are in a perfect state. So here we use perfect tense. Make, its perfect form is I, its perfect form is have done. Have done means have done is verb third form. Third form of make is made. So correct verb form is here. I have made. I have made it. It is the object word. Generally, simple sentences come in this structure SVO, subject, verb, and object. This is subject, this is object O, this is subject. Have made is the correct form of make here. The word already suggests us. So this was the first parameter of the first indicator we should focus upon while dealing with tenses. First parameter, first indicator is time adverbials. If the time adverbial refer to a repeated action, actions taking place repeatedly over time, it guides us towards present simple. If it refers to repeated actions during past, like yesterday, not only yesterday, 4 hours ago, 3 days ago, 3 years ago. This refers to past time adverbial, hence past simple verb second form. This form, verb second form is needed. Here it is V1, verb first form, it is V2, verb second form, past simple. Sometimes future time reference is given. For example, this is applicable to this, the same sentence like this: I dash dash it tomorrow. Tomorrow is also a time adverbial referring to future time. Tomorrow, next year, later. These words refer to future time. These are future time references. They ask for that you should use future simple. Future simple. Now here we can use I shall. Verb is make. The same verb, make. I shall. I shall make. I shall make a video. I shall. Here it is a video. Sorry. I made a video. I shall make a video. I shall make a video. I shall make a video tomorrow. I shall make a video tomorrow. Future simple. I shall. Verb first form. Here it is do. Here it is verb make. You have to substitute the value of make in do. I shall make a video. Or she dash a video later. Make. She will make verb first form, no change. She will make a video later. Now your question should be, if third person subject pronoun followed by the verb first form, it takes s, es or ies depending upon the type of situation. Here it was make, it becomes makes. Sometimes it may be here fly, then it becomes flies, flies. You can ask me why here it doesn't take s, this verb, because here the subject is third person again. She is third person subject. But the verb, this comes after will. It is not immediately followed. When the verb immediately followed by she, he, or it takes SRES. When no such arrangement is there, it doesn't take SRES. Even if your subject is he, she, or it. So this was the first indicator about the tense. I will again revise it for you. First requirement that you should keep in mind, that is time adverbials. Time adverbials. They decide the fate of the tense form. Which tense form we should use? If it is present time reference, we should use present simple. For example, every day, daily, rarely, daily, normally, often, never. We should use present simple form of any verb. If it is past time reference, past time adverbial, like yesterday, 3 years ago, sometime back, they refer to past time adverbials, we must use past simple verb second form. If time adverbial refer to future time reference like next year, next day, next Sunday, later, tomorrow, they refer to future time. Therefore, we should use future simple verb first form with shall or will. Now again, your question can be where to use shall and where to use will with subjects. Generally, in case of predictions, we use shall with I and we. But this again refers to simple futurity. Simple futurity. And we use you, he, she, it, they, plus all nouns, singular, all SNs, singular nouns, and PNs, plural nouns. They take will. They take will. He will, she will, you will, it will, they will, the boys will, the girls will, the school will. But again, it shows simple futurity. Simple futurity. Now coming to second indicator. First indicator is done. Time adverbials that you have to keep in your focus. Number 2. Concord. Second thing that you have to keep in your mind, in focus, that is concord. Subject verb agreement. Every subject must agree with its verb. That is like for like. It is, if subject is singular, your verb must be singular. If it is plural, your verb must be plural. Examples. First one is already done. Number second, concord. Concord or subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement. Agreement. This can also be a deciding factor in deciding the fate of the tense form. Number 1. The boy dash the class regularly. Verb is attend. The boys dash the class regularly. Verb is attend. Number 3. 2 and 2 dash 4. Verb is here. You have to make a choice. Option makes. First sentence. Let us try the first sentence. The boy dash the class regularly. Attend. Here again, this word regularly tells us that we should use present simple form. But which form, singular or plural, depending upon the subject. Here we have to concentrate upon subject word. Subject word is the boy. It means it is singular subject. It is singular noun, SN. When your subject is singular noun, your verb must be singular verb. That is called like for like. Singular noun, asks for singular verb. Here verb form is given, attend. Is it singular or plural? You can decide it. Here it is plural, it is singular. Singular is when it is with s, with es, or with ies. Plural is when it is without s, es, or ies. It means that verbs and nouns are opposite to each other in case of number. Nouns are made into plural by adding s, es, or ies, but verbs are made into plural by cutting, by omitting s, es, or ies. Here, when it is singular noun, it asks for singular verb, it demands singular verb. Here, attend is plural verb because it is without s. So, we should write here attends, attends, attends. Now, it's correct. The same sentence, the boys. Here it was the boy, here it is the boys. It is plural noun. Boy, boys. Nouns are made into plural by adding s or es. But verbs are made into plural by cutting, by omitting s, es, or ies. The boys, plural noun asks for plural verb. It demands plural verb. The verb form given here in the bracket, it is plural. So we must write attend without adding anything to it. The boys attend the class regularly. This word, again, this is again time adverbial. This again tells us that we should use present simple. But this subject word or subject words, the subject word or subject phrase, this tells us whether we should use singular verb or we should use plural verb. Point number third. 2 and 2 dash 4. 2 and 2 dash 4. Here you have to analyze. When two singular nouns are joined by the conjunction and, the verb becomes plural in sense. Two singular nouns joined by and, verb becomes plural in sense. So 2 and 2, this is plural verb. It asks for plural verb. Now we have to use either make or makes. One is singular verb first form, another is plural verb first form. When the subject is plural, verb must be plural, make. 2 and 2 make 4. But there is a slight exception to it, this rule. Sometimes two singular subjects are joined by and, but they refer to a single idea. For example, here, bread and butter. Bread and butter, dash. A good food. Verb form you have to use, that is be. Be is the parental helping verb. It in present tense it means is, am, and are. In the past tense it means was and were. So we have to decide, this is a fact. Facts are always put in present simple. That should be clear to you. Never in past simple. Present simple means verb first form. The first form of this element, this parental form be is, am, or are. Is, am, or. In past, it is was where that is discarded because we are dealing with the present. Because we are putting here fact. Facts are written in present simple. Now we have to choose which to use is, am, or. This can be decided by your subject. If your subject is plural, as I have told you in the first example given over here, two and two, plural subject takes plural verb make. But here you have to analyze it very carefully. Butter is food. Bread is also food. It means that both the things, bread and butter, they refer to the same thing, that is food. So, when two singular nouns, butter and bread, are joined by and, conjunction and, but refer to the one and only one thing, it means your subject is singular in sense, not plural. Even though it is joined by conjunction and, but it conveys only one thing. It refers to only one food. Butter and bread and butter. Bread is food, butter is also food. So here only one idea is given. Therefore, singular idea, when two singular nouns are joined by and, but the idea is singular, subject is taken as a singular subject, and therefore it asks for singular verb. Now we have to choose whether is, am, aim, or. Bread and butter is. If it was plural, then or. Am for I only, when subject I is there. So that was about the subject words. How to check for subjects. Third and very important point that you should remember is that non progressive verbs. What are these non progressive verbs? There are categories of it. One, dealing with emotions. These are actually not action verbs like write, and there is body movement involving in it. Going, coming, these are action words. Jumping. Non progressive verbs are not action words, they deal with emotions like love, like hate. And these verbs, for example, understand, sense verbs are also non progressive. Sense of touch, hearing, smell, smell, yes, know, follow, these are non progressive verbs. These non progressive verbs, remember that thing, these non progressive verbs are always used in simple tenses, never in continuous forms. I will give you an example. I dash that you are an expert. I dash that you are an expert. You have to use non-progressive verb no. She is also non-progressive verb. I dash that you are an expert. You should never use it like this. I am knowing. I was knowing. I have been knowing. These are progressive forms or continuous forms. This form is only used in simple tense. I know. I know that you are an expert. Like in classroom experience, you have experienced it. Whenever teacher says, do you follow me? Not, are you following me? Follow is also non-progressive verb. Follow. Sentence number second. Dash you dash me. Note of interrogation. Verb given for you is follow. Follow is a synonym of understand. Dash you dash me. Here it's verb. But the sentence is single interrogative. Single interrogative means open-ended questions. Open-ended question. Question that begins with, that starts with helping verb. Helping verbs in case of present tenses are to, yes to, does and do. Does in case of singular subjects, third person singular. He does, she does, it does. Do in case of all the subjects. I do, we do, you do, they do, the boys do, the girls do. Does in case of third person. He, she, it plus singular noun. The boy does, the girl does. But the boy do, the boys do, the girls do. The boy does, the girl does. The boys do, the girls do. Now you have to supply two words here. One is given for you. Follow. Follow. No need to add s or es because your subject word is here you. When subject word is he, she, or it, then the verb in the present simple form takes s, es, or ies. But here the subject is given you, therefore you can write here this is a plural form of verb first form. Here you should write it plural form of verb first form. Now, which helping verb to use? Does or do? Does in case of only he, she, or it, third person singular. Do in case of all other pronouns. I, we, you. Therefore, we can say, do you follow me? Note of interrogation. This is called single interrogative or open-ended question. Open-ended question generally have two answers, possible answers. Yes or no. You can answer this question. Do you follow me? Yes, I do. Or if you don't follow, you can say, no, I don't. So two possible answers are there in case of single interrogatives or open-ended questions. That was something about non-progressive verbs. Non-progressive verbs are always used in simple forms. I smell something wrong. Not I am smelling something wrong. I know who are you. I love you, not I am loving you. I hate you, not I am hating you. I follow you, not I am following you. That was something about non-progressive verbs. These verbs should always go with simple tense, not in continuous forms. So that was the point number third that you have to keep a track of while attempting tense exercises. Number third point is non progressive verbs. You can make a list of these non progressive verbs at your home by using a grammar book. Point number four that you have to keep in your mind while doing tenses. Clause can also act as an indicator of tense. Clause can also act as an indicator of tense. Some examples here. Until now, we are acquainted with three time adverbials, decide the fate of tense, concord, subject verb agreement, subjects can decide the fate of tense, non progressive verbs can decide the fate of tense, which tense is appropriate and accurate. And number four, clause can also act as indicator of tense. Clause can also act as an indicator of tense. Following examples will help you understand this. Example number first. Play. I dash volleyball when he came. I dash volleyball. This is simple sentence. Subject, verb here, and this is object. This is the structure of simple sentence, SVO, that I have already told you about SVO, subject, verb, and object. Now, from this word, when he came, this is clause. We have to carefully analyze this clause. In which tense this clause is? When he came dash. When he came. Here the verb, this came, second form of verb, did form. It suggests that this action to be filled, verb to be filled here, it must come in past form, not in present form. Now, in which past form? That is the question. I dash volleyball when he came. Just imagine two actions going on. You are performing some action, and the next action starts. But you are already busy in performing the first action. What is the first action? Playing volleyball. That is the first action. Next action that follows, that is in past simple tense. Past simple means subject and verb second form. Subject word here, subject word I, subject word, and this is verb second form did. This is object. Here he is the subject. Came is the verb second form of come. So this implies, this clause, when he came, it implies that the first action should be in past continuous tense. This tense, past continuous. Two actions. First one, progressing. But progressing in which tense? Progressing in not present tense. Progressing in past. Because the later action following, that also, that this action that also took place in past simple, this action should be in past continuous. I was, I, I was playing. Here we know the use of present participle forms, writing, going, adding, learning, etc. I was, I was playing. This is again subject dependent. If we change the subject here, like this, I was playing volleyball. If the subject is we instead of I, then we have to use were. These helping verbs are always subject dependent words. Their fate is decided by the subject. When it was I, here it was. When it is we, here it is were. When it is they, it would be were. They were, you were, I was, he was, she was, etc. But the deciding factor in this case, you should remember, is the clause when he came. When he came refers to past simple tense. So this past simple tense gives you a clue, gives you a stimulation that you should use past continuous tense here. Second example. The house dash into ashes before the fire brigade dash. Here you have to use two verbs instead of one. First one, blank space here, the house dash into ashes. Number second, before the fire brigade dash. Burn, oblique, arrive. The house dash into ashes before the fire brigade dash arrive. Now you have to apply your mind. Which action generally takes place first? Is it the house that burns first, or is it the fire brigade that arrives first? You can decide it yourself. So we can say The first action was burning of the house. The action followed was arriving of the fire brigade. So when the first action is complete, but complete when? Complete in past. The house, this is burn. Second form of burn is, third form of burn is burnt or burned. Both are correct. Burned or burnt. And past perfect. We are talking of past. The house had burned. Generally, there one clause is given. I left here both blank, but in the examination, one clause is at least given. The first one or second one. The house had burnt into ashes before the fire brigade. This is the first action, complete action. Coming of fire brigade is the next action, following action. Before the fire brigade, second form, past simple, arrived. Here is the clause. The house had burnt into ashes, simple sentence, number second. Here clause, starting from this conjunction. Before the fire brigade arrived. Before the fire brigade arrived is past simple. So the first action takes past perfect. We can write the same sentence by using after instead of before. The fire brigade arrived. Here I will give only one blank space. The fire brigade arrived after. When? After. The house dash into ashes. The fire brigade arrived. Arrived means here verb second form E2, past simple. This is subject, the fire brigade. This is subject phrase, and this is verb second form, means past simple. Subject and verb second form, past simple. Past simple tense is given. The next tense, the next action that we perceive should have been completed, should be the first action in complete phase, that is the burning of the house. So we can write here past perfect tense. The house had burnt. Again, the house had burnt. So these two examples you must remember. When there is structure like this connected by before, past perfect comes first. When the same structure is connected by after, here the tense that first comes is past simple and then comes past perfect, with no difference in meaning. The house had burnt into ashes before the fire brigade arrived. Second form, second sentence, the fire brigade arrived. But when? After the house had burnt into ashes. So that was something about clauses acting as an indicators that give you a sense, a sort of sense that which verb form, which tense form you should use. Next important point that you should keep in your mind. All proverbial structures or proverbs are expressed or always expressed in present simple, in present simple form, means verb first form. All proverbs are always expressed in present simple form. Some examples for you. First one, well known proverb, slow and steady, not steady, it is steady. Slow and steady, dash the race. You have to use correct form. Win or winners, both are present simple. Because I have told you already that all proverbs are always expressed in present simple form, in a verb first form. Here it is verb first form singular because with S. Here it is plural because without S. Both are first form of verb. Now you will be having a confusion in the mind that here two singular subjects are joined by and takes a verb in plural. When two singular subjects are joined by and but referring to plural subject, plural idea, then it takes plural verb. When the idea is singular, even if two singular subjects are joined by and, it will have no effect on the sense of the subject. So it will never become plural. Slow and steady, this is one and the same thing. So idea is here singular. Verb must be singular. This verb or this verb? This one is correct because it is with S. Slow and steady wins the race. Example number second. Honesty dash the best policy. Verb form is given here be. Be means is, am, or, are. Honesty dash the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. Number third. Giving dash better than taking. Giving dash better than taking. Verb form is be. Be again implies it is, am, or are. Here you can pose a question. How can this be a subject? It is neither a noun nor a pronoun, but this is gender. Gender refers to any activity. Activity is also noun. Activity is also name of something. Writing, going, coming, selling, telling, etc. Therefore, we can write here giving is better than taking. This will do for today, inshallah. Tomorrow I will take another video lesson on this tense topic, and day after tomorrow I will conclude it. Thank you very much.